Okay. Hello, everyone. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me, and then I'll get started. It's nice to see everyone. There were so many people here. Like 1 second, I like got ready. I got the screen ready, and like there was yeah. So I got the screen ready. Okay, and I went to go press it, and there was no one in the chat, but there were like viewers. It said there were viewers waiting, and then I got up to get something. I came back. It was like 1 minute later, and like the chat was like full. It was full, and I was like, oh, this makes me excited. This makes me feel good. Hello there, everyone. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, April. Dennis, of course. Nice to see you. Alexander. Shout out to you. Brian. Oh, Jeremy. So happy to see you here. You had some really good comments in a couple of the streams that I did, and I didn't get a chance. Sometimes I don't get a chance to read the comments during it, but I usually go back and I read all of them. And so I just wanted to give you a shout out for that because you do some really good comments. You have some really good thoughts. Oh, that dude. Nice to see you. Thesis. Nice to see you too. Joanna. Happy to see you. Miss Liz. Always a pleasure. Glad you're here. Yeah. So, okay. So, where shall I begin? I'm ready to start. All right. I'm kind of excited. Today we are going to be doing tarot readings towards the ending. Okay. And there's just a couple things that I wanted to talk about real quick, and then we'll get into it. All right. I also have obviously I'm like down to 3 fortune cookies, so three more live streams to get the fortune cookie. Then I don't know what's going to happen after that. So anyway, the first thing I wanted to talk about was I just wanted to mention real quick, my friend Alexis, my bestie, I took one of her workshops yesterday. I ended up taking, it was her sexual energy workshop. She invited me to it, and I just got to tell you, like, I was blown away. I was blown away at all the information she brought. And the cool thing about it that I noticed when it came to her workshop was I could distinctly tell the difference between the space that she had created and prepared ahead of time before she started the workshop, and just how it was like a little bit different in frequency and stuff compared to some of the other live streams that I attend on a regular basis. Like it felt calm, it felt safe, it felt inviting, and the information she brought, like, it was just amazing. So I just want to give her a shout out. For anyone that is interested in taking her workshops, you can find her at Ascension Diaries, and you can join her Patreon, and that is where people usually get the workshops sent out to them. It's for Guardian workshops. She's only charging like $40 for them right now, but you know what? That honestly, with what she taught me, that's undervaluing it pretty much. Like, it was definitely worth more than that compared to some of the other classes that I take and stuff that charge more. Like, it was on point. It was on point. So thank you, Miss Liz, for putting that the link in there for me. So the next thing I want to get into is the liver cleanse that I just got done doing. Oh, nice to see you, Emily. Nice to see you here. Sorry, I had to stop for a second. Okay. When I see my friends, I like to make sure I say hi to them. So I just got done doing a liver cleanse. Last week it was a 5-day liver cleanse. And the only reason I'm even bringing it up and talking about it right now is because of how impactful, like how powerful the effects of this cleanse were on my life. And I want to just tell everyone now, because it's like I had no idea like what this thing could do. So I'm going to explain to you what it was that I did. So I got this kit. Okay, it's from Global Healing Health Company or whatever. Okay, it comes in a little box. All right, it has like a couple tinctures and some oxy powder pills and some Epsom salt and some olive oil. Okay, so for the first 4 days, I had to take these tinctures and I had to take this oxy powder capsules, which like prep you and they clean you out. They get the toxins that are in the liver prepped to come out to be washed out. Okay, and okay, the last day, all right, like Epsom salt and olive oil, I was scared. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared to try and do this. I had a lot of battling with myself to really work myself through it. Like I'm someone who has a very sensitive stomach, and I've been sick before with food poisoning or the flu for like days at a time, and those were like the worst experiences I've ever had. So like when anything that comes up to trigger that might be happening or could possibly happen, like I go into fear mode. So I really had to talk myself through this. But I'll tell you, I drank the Epsom salt, and aside from the horrible taste, like it didn't bother my stomach at all. I was pleasantly surprised. And then with the olive oil, that was the hardest part to drink and get down. But once it's down, like again, like I didn't feel terrible. Okay. Now, when it starts to take effect, it takes effect usually like the next morning. Okay. I will tell you that, yeah, you want to make sure you're close to a bathroom, and be prepared to spend a day like recuperating, because even though it's supposed to completely flush out, like you take more oxy powder pills to clean you out the rest of the way. Like I didn't even take enough. Okay. Like they tell you to take 6. I ended up having to take 14 just to get everything finished. And for that entire day, I was in such a funky mood, quite honestly. Like I could feel, because that's what the liver stores. The liver stores like anger and resentment and bitterness about life. And I had been struggling for some time. I did not realize how much of it was coming from this organ in this area of my body. And so when it did finally flush out for the whole day, like I said, I was like just in a grumpy mood, and I could literally feel my body like vibrating from the toxins that were in there waiting to come out. I could feel it. It's like it had a personality and a life of its own. It was crazy. And so then after it finally all finished passing, let me tell you, I woke up like a new person. It was like I shed my skin. It was like there were habits that suddenly just started dying out like that. Like, I know I keep saying like I'm trying to like stop that. So let me just explain some of those changes, because it really was just eye-opening. Like, first of all, my vision got clearer. Like it was almost like when you go to wash windows and you spray the window, and the film parts when you finally see clearly through that window for the first time. Okay, so I could see clearer, like not just my actual field of vision, but the visions I would have during meditation, those got clearer. The psychic senses and my telepathy, like that, like seemed to increase. Bad habits that I had, like smoking. Okay, smoking and vaping. That is my crux. That is my crutch, I guess you could say. Which anyone who is relying on these types of things to get through life, I can tell you right now, the thing I always try to remind myself is to be gentle with myself, because there's a reason why. There's a reason why you're feeling it necessary to do that. And this liver cleanse proved that to me more than ever. Because once those feelings that were stuck inside of that from this whatever was trapped in there, once that passed, like the pain wasn't there in a way that was driving me to want to smoke as much as I do. Not that I've completely quit, because again, this is still my crutch, and I still have things that are not finishing, healing in my life and stuff. But I'm definitely working on that. And I think that if anyone is looking for something to help them jumpstart that healing process and to shed some of that unwanted energy that no longer is serving you, this is absolutely the way to go about it and do it. And I just, please, like this will. And your body, you got to remember, your body, things that are in there that don't want to leave, they're going to fight you, they're going to resist you. The negative energy in itself is it doesn't want change, it doesn't like change. But I just highly recommend it. So I'm just really going to encourage people to, yes, please clean your liver, because if you haven't done it, if you're, I'm 41, so I've never done a liver cleanse. The sooner you get on doing stuff like that, the better, because they don't talk to us, they don't teach us growing up that taking care of our body and our organs in this way is so powerful and so helpful. And I just want to say hi to Barry real quick, because I actually talked to him earlier. So if he has to leave, I'm still going to pull him a card later. Nice to see you. I know you have to go to bed. That's okay. Okay, so let me just get situated here. What are we going to talk about next? Yeah. Just taking a little breath here for a second. Oh no, the video is skipping. Oh, people send some good energy through. So the video stopped skipping for anyone. Okay. So I'm just trying to see if there's anything more I want to say about the liver cleanse before I go on. I would say one of the beneficial things that I found that was really fun for me to do afterward too was I actually was like talking to my liver. And it's just so funny how, Everything wants to be loved. Everything wants attention. God's love, God's light. Okay. And so when you shine it and you direct it upon certain parts of your body, they'll respond. So for me, after I did the liver cleansing, I just held my liver and I would just tell it, like, I love you. Thank you so much for the work that you do. Thank you so much for detoxifying my blood. Thank you so much for cleaning that up. Thank you for taking care of my skin. Like you do so good. Like, I'm so happy that we're together. And I just envision it just filling up with love. And when I do that, I can feel it talk back, and it talks back through my heart, and it says, I love you too, and thank you. It, like, you can just see, you can feel it when you do these things. So I just recommend doing that too. I think that will help speed up the healing process and come into having it really set in that you want to, like, you're doing this thing to show your body that you care for it, and it will respond. It will respond when you do that. So okay, well, let's see if there's anything else. Just reading the comments real quick. Nice to see you, MT Full. Sorry you got here a little bit late, or a little bit over the liver cleanse part, but right on time because we got plenty of time left. Okay, so that's all I really have to say about the liver cleanse. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about before we get to the cards, all right, is something that I think is important to talk about in the community. It's about a certain particular subject matter. How do I want to be able to talk about it without naming names and stuff like that, but it's definitely some controversy that's been kind of looping around in the community for a while. Okay, so I just want to start with saying that I watched this person who's in the community, who everyone's up in arms about this person right now. I hope you guys can catch on. It's a person who calls himself a galactic emissary, I guess you could say it in that way. You know what I'm saying? And they just recently did a video, and there's there's a post up that basically said, like, watch this video, like, what's going on here, type of thing, like, check it out. And so I decided, I don't usually pay attention to this person's work that much, quite honestly. Like, usually I only try to go to and put my energy and invest my energy into people who I vibe with, and people who I think are helpful to my mission, people who resonate with me. I resonate with them because I feel like our most important job here is to focus on our own personal mission, of healing ourselves, because it's going to take everyone making these choices and healing up as a collective in order to raise the collective consciousness is how I look at it. Okay, so I decided to take a look at this person's video, and it's just raised some questions in my mind that I think is important for us as a community to look at and ask ourselves, because we've been through this type of thing before. Okay, that's the thing. We've been burned before. And what I mean by burned before, I'm talking about, Corey Good. Okay, so Corey Good is a good example of what can happen when you don't ask the right questions. So the first thing that came to my mind when I watched this video, just, like, honestly, it's not like I got a huge bad vibe from this video or anything. A lot of the information that they were saying was positive, and that's great. If these great big changes are going to happen for humanity, and it's going to help free us from the elite and things like that, then absolutely wonderful, but there's some things that come up that I'm just like, something about that makes me question some of this. For one, this person claims that there's an entity that only they can speak to, and that if anyone else can contacts or feels like they're being contacted by this person, that's false and they're lying. Okay, now the question that I ask myself when I hear something like that, the things that come up for me are, first of all, if you follow the law of one and all, the thing we're supposed to be evolving into is a social memory complex. We're all connected. We are all one. Okay. So if we're all one and we're all supposed to be getting to that place, how is it that one particular entity can be, like, frequency fenced off from the collective when we're all one being? Like, that right there was like, okay, wait a second. It kind of reminded me similar of how, when churches were formed, what they started telling people is you can't talk to God directly. you have to come through me in order to talk to God. You have to get your messages through me. Okay. So that didn't sit right with me. That right there doesn't sit right with me in a way. But nothing against this person. I'm not trying to cyberbully this person at all or anything like that. I'm just trying to openly talk about things that were drawn to my attention. Okay, and I think that can be done in a positive and respectful way. So the other thing that caught my eye, okay, caught my ear here. When we go to thinking about Corey Goode, if we're going to learn from our past mistakes, all right. Well, if we look at Corey Goode and we look at the red flags that so many people overlooked because of his status in the community. Okay, like we made exceptions, we made excuses. I was one of those. Okay, I remember people approaching me even on Twitter back in the day and being like, "Don't you know he stole my property and he's doing this and that and his behaviors are bad," and I defended him. I absolutely defended him. Now I can look back on that and I can be like, oh, okay, I see. Because when there's a group of people, when there's more than one person saying this thing, it's different if it's just one. But when there's a majority of people saying these things, it just makes you need to in order to learn from the mistake, you need to be able to use that information in the future. So if we were to compare this, compare this type of behavior, like what, and the behavior I'm talking about is bullying and attacking people, purposely going and blocking them, deleting them, things like that. Like, isn't that the same type of behaviors that we were overlooking with Corey Goode? Isn't that the same type of behaviors? Because I get it, because people want to be liked, people want to be in the in crowd. I personally, I don't know, maybe I'll be kicked out, maybe I'll be blocked. I don't know after this video if something ever got back to them. I don't want that. The feeling rejected is not a good feeling. And that's what it just makes me wonder. Okay, if the whole thing is you're calling out people who are sowing division, well, how is it not sowing division when people just can't even talk like this? They can't even just bring up their points. And I'm not talking about people who are actually cyberbullying. I'm not talking about people who are actually going after these people's families and stuff like that. I'm talking about, but that's not the only people that they're going after. They're going after people who are just bringing up questions, okay, and want answers. Okay, so that's just things that for me, I'm not going to overlook that. I'm not going to overlook people coming and saying, I had this type of experience with this person, because even though, like, the same goes for Corey Goode. Okay, when his information first came out, okay, like, I felt the truth in it. I think most of us felt the truth in it, and that's why we followed him. Did it change later on? I think so. And even in this woman's video, she also said that. She said the message that she got was Corey Goode's information was truthful at the beginning, but later on he got hijacked. Okay. And she also made a note to point out, like, directly in code, that she was making a statement to him saying, like, remember I said I would work with you, and you're the one who blew it, buddy, type of thing. And I found that curious too, because if we know what we know about Corey Goode, it's not like this is new information. It's not like Corey Goode just suddenly now this happened, like, this has been in the making. So why would you even want to direct a message towards him? Why would you even want to align yourself with that? I don't know. That just things that I ask myself, okay. So let me see if there's one more thing. I think there is one more thing. So I think a good thing to do here too is to give a good example of, because I just don't think that these people are handling their critics well. I don't think they're handling people who have questions or who have doubts. I think that they're letting themselves be too emotionally affected by it, which, again, if they're in such a high position for planet Earth, I would think that they're, because to me it says emotional immaturity, because two wrongs don't make a right. So name calling back and blocking people and doing all these things, like, that just doesn't sit right with me. Doesn't sit right with me. Okay, so a good example of someone who seems to handle those energies well, who seems to handle the haters, because it's not like it's not like they're the only ones that have gone through people hating their message or not agreeing with what they were bringing, and I think Tony Rodriguez is a good example, because he even was ostracized by Michael Sala and Corey Good at the beginning. You know, they didn't work with him, and they pushed him away. They rejected him. You know, and you saw him, the way he handled that. He didn't openly attack them, or stop telling his message, or stop take his time out of his days to go and hunt down the people who were saying things that about him that he didn't like. He doesn't do that. He actually is very, he adds humor to it. You know what I'm saying? And he stays in his lane, and he stays delivering his message. He stays positive, and he stays delivering his message. So, I know that these people are close with Tony. So I'm just hoping that maybe, Tony can help them out in that regard and be a good example for them and be a good role model of how it is that you can handle those types of energies and still get your message out. Because I'm not saying don't deliver your message. If whatever you want to say, that is fine. But we all should be allowed to be here and to say our message without fear that we're going to be blocked from the entire community, be cut out. That's not the way for us to come together. That's not the way. We're all one being here. So that's really what I wanted to say about that. Let me go ahead and just take a breath and take a look at the chat real quick. Yes, exactly, April. Exactly. Well, thank you for the compliment about my hair, Sammy. Wish I could say your name correctly. I'm sure I'm not. I'm sure I'm butchering it, but I apologize for that. Exactly, Jeremy. Theosophy means the direct experience of God. Mm-hmm. Yes, I mean Tony Rodriguez, Barry. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. When I talk about a good example of how someone in the community can handle rejection and can handle people saying, I don't believe you, and he doesn't fly off the handle and get angry. He just keeps going. He just takes it in stride and shakes it off his back and keeps going. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you. I appreciate that comment. Okay, so thank you. I appreciate you seeing that, Sandra. I'm talking to Sandra. So, all right. So I think that was all I really wanted to share about that, because I really just wanted to spend a majority of my time doing the card readings for everyone here. I think there's one other thing. One other thing, could you please like and share the video and subscribe if you haven't? I want to make sure I say that a couple times, just so, because it does make a difference. It does. I noticed the uptick in the likes when I make sure that I say it a couple times. So we're just doing that. So please like and share. And also, one last little exciting thing. Side note, come back. The other thing I wanted to mention was, does anyone remember Laura Eisenhower when she made a post about Corey Good and her experience in working with him? And, the community basically tore her apart over this post, and that's the exact type of behavior that we are seeing here in regards to this other person in the community now. I just, like we attacked Laura Eisenhower over it. Like, what is going on, people? People should be able, she didn't even say anything that was that bad. And that's my point. People aren't even saying anything that's that bad. Like, I have a close personal friend of mine who was very close to them, okay? And they completely cut him out, deleted him from everything. Why? Where is that behavior coming from? Where is the thinking behind that being helpful or positive or like promoting your message when you're purposely going out of your way to go to Telegram groups and to delete messages and things that you don't like people saying? Isn't that censorship? Isn't that banning people? Isn't that exactly what we don't want to have? Isn't that what the community is supposed to be a little sensitive about that? Like the truth of community. So anyway. All right. So the thing I was about to add, though, was that Laura Eisenhower, actually, I feel so honored and so blessed. She has a website, and it's called cosmicgaia.org. And she has a featured section in her website. And in that featured section, she added me in it. And she has me advertised on her page. And I was just so happy about that. I feel so like honored, that she would add me like that. So If you guys want to check it out, you can see it there. You can find my information of how to get a hold of me there and what I do and the training that I've had. So I was very happy about that. Oh, hi, Queen Victor. Love seeing you here. Okay. Yeah, Laura's really good. I like Laura. Okay. So I really think I got done with all of the talking part of it as far as that goes, except for we're going to get the cards ready. That was good. I feel good about that. I feel like, oh, I'm glad I said my piece. Because, I'm not one to make a post about things like this. I write posts when I have to, but I prefer just speaking in memes if I can. So this is my way of making a post about it. Okay, so who's ready for the fortune cookie? Let's get ready. It's time to party. Let's bring those good vibes in here. All right, here we go. Who needs a message? Give us a message. Give us the right one. Here we go. All right, here we go. Make a wish. Lotto or not? That is the question. So I don't know. There we go. Can we see it? Is it too bright? Oh, I think it's too bright. Yeah, lotto or not? That is the question. So if someone's thinking about playing the lotto, okay, like when I go to pull cards for you, I don't know. Maybe you want to think about it. So if there's someone in here who's been thinking about that, I'm not someone who personally plays the lotto just because, when it comes to having experiences in this life, I really think that the things we truly believe, I just know this, the things we truly believe are possible or that could happen, those are the things that we will attract to us. Okay. But if we don't think that's possible, okay, then pretty much it's not going to happen. So for me, I heard a statistic once that said you're more likely to be struck by lightning than to win the lotto. And ever since then, I just felt like I'm like, this is like a waste of money. I'm not for sure guaranteed. Like I don't get a rush from that, but I know some people do. So more power to you. If you want to play the lotto, good luck. Hopefully this space will give you some good luck on that. Okay, so put your names in the chat. Who's getting the readings? It's time. Yeah, I feel you, Barry. I feel you on that one. It's time, guys. Who would like a reading? Reading, please. Joanna first. Oh, wait. Sorry. Brian first. Then Joanna. Oh, Alexander, I see you too. I guess I just gotta go in order. I bet most people probably in here want one. Probably just go in order from Ascension Diaries down there. So we could do that. All right. Okay, everyone. Let's breathe. And get ready for the tarot readings. Now, it'll be funny if my doorbell rings again this live stream, because the past 2 live streams, my doorbell has gone off only in here, not up at the front of the house, okay, because the front of the house will go ding dong, okay, but the past 2 live streams, it is rang mysteriously on its own. So if it goes off again during this one, I'm gonna say, I don't know, maybe it's on, like, why only Thursdays at this time though? Why that okay, anyway, that's besides the point. All right, we're going for Brian now. Okay. Do a reading for Brian. Do a 3-card pull for Brian. Sorry, I have to mix them up a little bit at first. It won't take as long next time. Okay. Okay. First card we got for you, Brian, is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so the main energies that we're talking about that are around you right now is that of honestly feeling physically comfortable, being surrounded by luxury, basically having your material needs met. Okay, having like a home and like it's got your favorite things and it's like a special place for you. The shadow side of this is only like at what cost is this coming? Okay, because this could be someone who's like really happy and just surrounded by all these wonderful physical luxuries and comforts and stuff like that. But it also could be a cage. You know what I'm saying? Like which one does it feel like for you? You know, but let's go ahead and pull some more clarifying cards. Okay, so Brian, tell us a little bit more about this Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so we got the Four of Swords. Okay, the Four of Swords is about taking a break, taking a rest. Okay, one more card. So Brian. Okay, and the last card we got is the King of Rods. Okay, so for me, what this is saying to me is that the King of Rods energy, I think that is going to be you, okay? And you're looking at this Four of Swords, all right? So maybe you need a break, maybe you need a rest, maybe you need to go home, you wish you could, you need to take a vacation of some sort, or you're going to go travel somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And you need a break, you need a rest. You need to be comfortable. The King of Rods is someone who is not a thinker, they're a doer. Okay, so you know the thing that's coming to me is maybe this requires a little bit of planning and working out, schedule wise or something like that. But you deserve a break. Something needs a rest. Okay, and okay, let me just tap a little bit more into this King of Rods if there's anything else. He's someone he's very swift to act. The thing on his the bird on his head, he's very swift to act. Mm-hmm. He's fiery. He's passionate. Mm-hmm. I just get the feeling that maybe he's been just doing and not, just doing for a long time now. Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, ultimately, I think that is what this is talking about: a rest at home, meditation, a break, because and it has to do with, since the swords cards has to do with thoughts and stuff like that. Things that are on your mind, things that maybe need to be put to rest. Okay, and that would be something that would make sense, considering the King of Rods is someone who doesn't really stop to think. He doesn't really stop to he's not, he's not the King of Swords. Okay, the King of Swords is going to be someone who's really about the thoughts and the intellect and stuff like that. But the King of Rods is someone, he's a doer. He likes to move. He likes to be going. He likes to be chasing after something, so to speak. All right, and it looks like though that he needs to stop for a minute and think about this home life, this garden area. Because I'm going back to the Knight of Pentacles now, the Nine of Pentacles now. So ultimately, I really do think it's saying, it's leaning along the lines of, you need to take some rest at home. You need to gather your thoughts together. You need to have that time. You need to have that space. You need to feel like you're not a prisoner or in a cage. Okay. So I hope that makes sense for you. That's what I'm getting from the cards. Okay. All right. We're going to go on to the next one. Well, I hope so. I hope so. You never know. You know what I'm saying? When it's like cold readings like this. But I just got to go with, I just learned to trust what just comes in initially. Because that seems to always work out. People, it blows my mind with people every time. Like, and I'll just let it come through. And then they'll be like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. Thank you so much. All right. So the next person we have is Alexander. Okay. So let's do a small reading for Alexander. Cut him here. What message does Alexander need? Okay, for you, we got the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so this is someone who is waiting for the crops to come to harvest. This is someone who's planted seeds. They planted ideals for, I'm getting feeling for rebuilding the foundation of something. Okay, and so now they're waiting for those things to come to fruition. Okay, so let's keep going. Let me give us some more description on this Seven of Pentacles for Alexander. Oop. Okay, we got the Seven of Cups. Well, on a sevens roll here. Okay, we got the Seven of Cups. Okay, so Seven of Cups here is that there's a lot of options on the table. Okay, there's a lot of things that you can direct your attention towards, a lot of things that you can direct your emotions towards, you know, and it's positive stuff. It's not bad stuff. But the thing about it is that just like this guy is waiting here in the Seven of Pentacles to bring in the harvest, you know, how much attention you put into one particular cup, like it might be scattered energy if you don't focus on one or two particular things. Okay, just like giving a plant plants the right amount of attention, so to speak. If you don't give them the right attention, then they won't fully ripen the way they should. All right, last card. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so basically, you're working hard. You're working hard. You're creating something real, and you're good at it, and you're pumping it out, and you're doing it again and again and again. So it shows you that you are absolutely capable of creating something that is usable, and you're able to do it again and again and again with consistency. But I think the main thing that all three cards are trying to say together is that you need to focus on what it is that you're trying to create again and again and again. You know, because that can work just as easily for something bad as it can something good. And so hopefully the seeds that you planted will help you create something positive once you focused your intentions on which particular cup that you want to pour your energy into. Okay, so that's your reading. Hope that helps. Yay. A lot of garden talk here today, I guess. Oh, hi, Trevor. Nice to see you here. So happy when you show up. Hi, Joyce. Nice to see you here, too. Oh, Becky. Nice to see you guys. Absolutely, we'll get to that reading. As long as there's not too many people that roll in, I think we probably should be able to do a couple for every person. You know? Unless I get burnt out, okay? If I get burnt out, I'll just have to pull back and be like, okay, sorry, guys. Whew. Warming up. Okay, so the next person was April. So we're going to do April Harp now. Tap it into your energy now. Oh, I can feel your happiness. Oh, I can feel your smile even. Love it. Okay, April. April was actually on Robert Earl White's channel the other day for his experiencers series that he's doing. She was on there giving a small little talk about one of her first experiences. It was really good. So highly recommend that if you want to check her out. Okay, so April. What message do we have for April? Okay. All right. We got the Ace of Rods. So the Ace of Rods is a timeline shift opportunity. This is permission to do things in a completely new way. This has to do with actions. It has to do with passion. Okay, the way you show yourself to the world, the way you express yourself in the world. So this is an opportunity for you to shift something in a new way. Let's see what else they have to say about it. What are we talking about with Ace? Okay. Oh, look at that. You're coming into your own. Queen of Cups. Okay. So you're growing as a woman, as a psychic. Okay. Like she is someone who has very deep emotions, someone who knows how to bring emotional intensity to things. Okay. Like, but she's mature. That's the thing. She's mature. I think she needs to trust herself more, because I think that she's let other people make her doubt that she doesn't know what she thinks she knows. As a psychic, as a woman, like, be proud, be regal. You deserve to feel that way. Hold yourself in that way. All right, let's keep going though. One more card here. One more description on this timeline shift opportunity. Okay, so it looks like you're going to need to be doing an inward journey. You got the Hermit. So this is actually absolutely divine timing. This is divinely guided. This was written into your life path, okay, your life chart. The Hermit card is needing to do the inner work, needing to go in, needing to isolate yourself, needing to pull back, all right, and figure out what it is that you need to move forward. Okay, what it is that you need to bring to make this shift in a positive way. So you're going to be taking actions about this, considering it was the Ace of Rods. And again, I just keep getting the overwhelming feeling of trust yourself more. Don't let anyone get you down. Okay, it's okay if you need to pull back and take a break from things. Like, that's what's going to lead you back on path and in alignment with your mission and what you're here to do. Okay, so I hope that helps. We're going to go into the next one. And again, if you want to get a reading from me that's bigger than this one, than the 3 cards, because I do a pretty sizable type reading. It's an energetic snapshot. You can always reach out to me at Aurora Diamond Heart at Gmail. Okay. I offer up readings in tarot and astrology and manifestation coaching sessions. Hello, Chris. Nice to see you. Okay, let's see. Let's scroll up. I want to see who else we're pulling cards for here. That's right, Joanna. You're next. The song's playing in my head again. I'm not going to sing it this time, but I'm just letting you know that it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away once you get associated with the song. Okay. Joanna. Let's give us a reading for Joanna. Okay. I can see your face. Very nice. Okay. Okay. We got the King of Swords. So this is this King of Swords, this is the main person in your energy about your reading right now. All right, this is someone who is very good with their thoughts, very good with their words. They have a lot of them. Okay, they can be funny, they can be charming, but they can also be someone who can cut someone down. They're a little bit protected. All right, they might be a little bit guarded. Okay, but they are mature. Like the kings always say that they're the most mature when it comes to this particular subject. So communications wise, this person knows how to handle themselves. Okay, let's keep going though. What more do we have to say about this king? Oh. We got the Lovers card. That's a good card. I always love the Lovers card. Who doesn't love the Lovers card? It's such a pretty card and, romantic. So the Lovers card, again, this is a major arcana card. So this is saying something that's meant to be. Okay, this is saying that this could be you coming into union with someone. Okay, starting a new relationship possibly. or could even be coming into a deeper level of union with yourself and God. All right, but let's lay another card down though. Okay, well, I just really get a good feeling about that card. So, along with that King of Swords. Okay, what's the last part of the message here, guys? The last part of the message. Ooh, girl, we got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so it shows me that this is someone who is focused and they're determined and they're manifesting. This is a manifester. This woman is a manifester. And she is working on attracting the thing that she wants, attracting the thing. Okay? And I think that this King of Swords is an indicator that this person is going to help you with this. Okay? To attract this union that is coming into your life. Like I want to say, like maybe that the King of Swords is like for some reason I feel like it's the two of you even united, like you coming together with someone. Like here we go. If I hold them up for you, okay. So we got the Lovers, and I mean look at that. Okay. So it looks like you guys. Oh, the card you guys came both together on this card. I would say that this is really good. So I don't know if there's someone in your life, or if you're if they're not yet, if they're I feel like this is saying that they're about to come into your life and that this person's going to be really good with words. They could be an air sign, okay, because swords are air. So look for that. And hopefully I'll hear back if this was accurate or not, right? Okay, so hopefully that helps, girl. Stick to it. Keep manifesting it. Like you will get this. You will get this thing that you desire. You will. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles is also someone who's very stable and grounded. Knows what they're doing, knows how to create things. They just continue to focus on it. Continue to focus. Just keep that picture in your mind of the woman focusing on what it is she wants, imagining it. Keep imagining the Lover's card, imagining what you would want. And hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully it wasn't too embarrassing, right? Okay. So let's go to the next person. Okay, we got MT Full. Yes, no problem. Okay, so I'm just going to go back up here. All right, MT Full. All right. It's your turn. It's your time to shine here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today to do this. I really appreciate you always coming back. I just feel so safe and secure and like happy with you guys. Like I feel like I finally have friends. You know what I'm saying? Like there was just such large portions of my life where I didn't have any. So now that I do have some, I work to maintain those relationships, those friendships. I work to, because I realize that relationships are work, and I don't take them for granted. That's for sure. So I really appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me. MT Full. Here we go. Boop. Okay, we saw this guy last week. We got the Two of Pentacles. So this is about limbo. This is about walking that tightrope and knowing that whatever it is that you're doing right now physically in your life, okay, this is not something that can be maintained forever. Like eventually the shoe has to drop and change will have to occur. But right now it's okay. Right now it's okay. It's not a urgent danger card or anything like that. But now it's just a balance. It's just a walk on the tightrope. Let's go on with some more. Okay, the Chariot. This is probably because the limbo is probably because you need to decide how it is that you want to go forward with your life, with your chariot. Okay. The Chariot is about being pulled in two directions and using your willpower to direct it into the place that you want to go. Okay. The universe is basically giving you the keys to the car and they're telling you to go ahead and drive. All right. but maybe you're not really sure how to go about that. Again, this is a major arcana card, so that I'm going to say that this is divinely guided. This is meant to be this choice. Okay, so let's pull one more card. Okay, we got the Queen of Swords. Okay, so for me, the Queen of Swords is a woman who, again, like the swords are very similar energy, so it's going to be similar energy to the King of Swords, but in the female form. Again, like the sword being over her chest, this means like this might be someone who's a little bit guarded, but when it comes to words and expressing themselves, they're really, really good at it. Okay, they could be. The thing is that you don't want to get on their bad side, because the Queen of Swords, is someone who can use her words to politely cut someone down. Okay, like but that can be a positive thing, because that can mean getting things out that need to be said and that are maybe hard to say, but it comes out in a way that you can accept. Okay, so with the two of Pentacles, maybe you are not knowing which way to go when it comes to this particular Queen of Swords, and in a relationship or whatever it is. It can be anything. And the universe is really telling you that you need to choose. You need to pick. It's in your hands how you want to focus and go forward and steer those horses forward. It's almost, and I remember from some of the other things that I've done, the Chariot, some of the deeper level meaning of it is that you get to a point where you've done some healing, you've overcome a lot of things, and you finally feel like you've reached this breakthrough, you've reached this breaking point, and it's going to be like smooth sailing from here. And then you find a whole new list of challenges. It's like you in video games, when you go to the next boss level. It's basically what that the Chariot is kind of like. So even though you will have more challenges, so to speak, maybe a little more complicated challenges, they're more rewarding. That's the positive spin to that, is that it's more rewarding, So hopefully that helps. On to the next one. We're going on to Trevor next. I'm just going down the list. I know you guys didn't even all say I want to reading it, but I figure who doesn't. So if you're in the chat right now and I see you, you're getting a reading. So we're going to Trevor next. And then Sandra Smith after that. And then we'll do Barry. Okay, so Trevor. Hello, Trevor. Okay. Oh, some nice energy to you. Always good to have you here. And always good to see you in the classes and the other live streams. Okay, so what does Trevor need to hear? All right, so we got the Four of Cups. So this is a card of, like it's wondering if the grass is greener on the other side. It's not someone who is not necessarily not good emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have love in their life. They have things that they love in their life. But they keep wondering, what about this other thing I want? Is it possible for me to get that other thing? Like, I don't know, like I want it, but just daydream about it, just kind of playing with the ideal. Like, it's someone like that. Let's get a little bit more explanation on it though. Four of Cups. We got the Sun. Okay, so something's coming into view. Some light is being shined on something. But it's a success card. It's definitely a success card. It's a positive card. Hold on, I'm going to pull one more card just to see what the whole message is. Okay. The last card we got was 5 of Rods. Okay, so how do these cards go together now? Okay, so maybe this is, you are wondering how to be successful with competition. Okay, with competition in the mix. Okay, how to get the thing that you want. You know, again, like we're getting a lot of major arcana cards, so I'm glad to see that, because whatever this thing that you're wondering about is, okay, whatever, maybe something that's not even been in full view yet, like something that you really haven't understand, like something, some light is getting shined on that for you, and it's bright, and it has to do with a group a group of people. They're all doing their own thing, they're all taking actions. You know, you don't know if they're fighting, you don't know if they're dancing, you don't really know what's going on. Okay, but either way, it's like trying to, oh, hold on. It's about learning how to work together too. That's what they're telling me. So if you're wondering if you can work together with someone, if you're wondering where you fit into the group, so to speak, like look into it more, look into yourself more, and shine that light on in the inside of you. And you're going to be successful in figuring out whether or not this thing that you are daydreaming about or wondering about, whether or not that's actually something that you would really want. You know, that's what it's going to do. It's going to shine a light on that for you. Okay? So it's like, do you really want the best of that? Do you really want to deal with that? I don't know. Do you? It's a choice. It's always a choice. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that makes sense in some way. That's the message I have for you from Spirit. My hair is bothering me today. My bangs are getting a little long, so it keeps going over in front of my face. Okay. So let's see. Who did I say was next? Sandra. Nice to see you here. Sandra Smith. What do the cards want to tell Sandra Smith? There it is. Ooh. We got the 10 of Cups. Okay. This is a positive card. This is a wonderful, like joyful happiness, a conclusion to something that, you know, like it's the resolution to maybe a hard period in your life or whatever. Like this is this could be in a love relationship, like things coming to finally like working themselves out. Let's see what other cards have to say here though. Okay, I love that card personally. I think it's so pretty. It reminds me very much of the Lovers card too, but it's almost like it's similar, but it's a little less intensity, so to speak. Like the Lovers card for me feels like coming together, and it could could even be like a marriage, so to speak, like a serious relationship. The Ten of Cups feels like it's already an established relationship, and this is just finally coming to the conclusion of something and bringing you joy and really getting it going. Whereas like the Lovers would be a new card for me, like a new relationship. Like the Ten of Cups would be something that's already established. Let's keep going now. Okay. Next card on the Ten of Cups. Okay. We got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So this is an opportunity for a timeline shift, because that's what the aces are. They are an opportunity to do things in a completely new way. Now, what does this have to, what area would this have to do with? Well, this has to do with stability, grounding, physical things, earthly things. Okay, so foundations of things, foundations of relationships, even. It's a lucky card. The Ace of Pentacles is a very lucky card. So these two together even are really, really lucky. So let's keep going now. One more thing. What do they have to say? Boop. Wow. The Ace of Pentacles is a lucky card. Ten of Cups is a lucky card. You are lucky, 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 lucky. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune is all about a change in circumstance. Like things going, like, just completely turned around. Okay, now this is also, it's an ebb and a flow, the Wheel of Fortune. So things are always going to be ebbing and flowing when it comes to life and our experiences. There's going to be good times, there's going to be bad times. But this is absolutely saying that there's a real opportunity to have some stable foundation and groundedness. And if you haven't been experiencing that, like whatever you have been experiencing that may have not been feeling so positive, like that is about to change. That's about to change for you. So things are going to get good. Things are going to get good. I just feel really positive about that one all the way around. So hopefully that helps you out there. Hopefully that makes sense to you. That was a really good reading. Really good cards the spirits pulled for you guys. Okay. So I'm not down to the bottom of the chat if you guys are still right here. So you know what? I'm gonna scroll down real quick before I go to the next person. So yeah. Oh, thank you for your compliment, Joanna, about my manifestation session. Well, thank you, Becky. I'll make sure I got everyone here. Oh, Fifi Jules, good to see you here again. Don't worry, Jeremy, I'll get to you. You're getting a reading. Because, there's not too many people here, so there's no reason I can't get to everyone. There's just no reason. I got the time today. Okay. So we were on Sandra. Now we're going to go to Barry. And after Barry, we'll do Dennis, then Joyce, then Jeremy. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I'm connected, Barry. Okay. Yes. There we go. Message just Barry didn't hear. Barry. Okay. We got the Six of Swords. Okay. This card is all about, for one, okay, first of all, this is actually a very lucky card too. This is a very good card in regards to if you feel like you don't know where something is headed in your life, if you just hold tight and have faith, because God is going to see you through to the other side. Okay, I feel like it has to do with words, because they're shouting that to me, the words, okay? Because of all the swords there. Swords are always about the intellect and speaking and communicating, and I think they pretty much add emotional intensity to things. So you've lined up your swords, you've lined up your words, and you're not sure how you're going to get to the other side or what's going to happen, but you have faith. You have faith that God's going to take you there. Okay, so let's see what other descriptions we get. Okay, we got the Four of Rods. Okay. Now that has to do with home life, activities of the home, things that we do in the home. Okay. I'm just going to lay down the other card so that way we can get a full picture here. Okay, one more, guys. Okay. So we got the Queen of Pentacles again. So this is a woman, okay, who, the feeling I'm actually getting something completely different for her, okay, for this particular time. This is someone who, yes, she's a master manifester and everything like that, but in whatever space this thing happened, the words got said. Okay, like the Four of Rods is the space in which this activity happened. You know what I'm saying? And she's not focused on that. Okay, she's not focused on those actions. All right, but that's because she's busy doing something else. She's looking at something. She's manifesting something. Okay, she's not noticing what's going on. She's not even looking at the Four of Rods. So whatever's happening in that space, whatever action was happening in that space, it was a joyous one. It's because it's something it's like spending time together at home, like watching a movie, things like that, like holding hands, so to speak. Um, it's saying ultimately it's saying have faith, okay, that you're going to get to the other side, okay, this Queen of Pentacles is, she's busy focusing on this thing right now, but the Six of Swords in itself says to me that some positive thing is going to happen as a result of this and come through for this. So I think that will make sense to you, because I'll tell you guys something. Me and Barry talk a little bit sometimes on Messenger, so I kind of know a little bit about his situation. So that is what that is saying to me about your situation. Okay, I hope that helps. Sorry if that was a little quick. I try to expand as much as I can. I just got to go with it. You got to trust it, not overthink it, because then I just drive myself crazy. Okay. So let's see who is next. I know you're probably going off to bed now at this point, Barry, or if you haven't already, thank you for staying up and hanging out with us. Okay, so the next person is going to be Dennis. All right. Let's hope you get some better cards than the last time I pulled for you. Yeah, Dennis actually had a reading with me not that long ago, and it was quite intense, but we got through it. So, okay. So Dennis. All right, you ready, Dennis? I'm connected. Okay. Dennis. Message this Dennis here. All right, we got the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this is actually this is a really good card. Okay, the Page of Pentacles is someone who also is very lucky. Okay, they're the thing about Pentacles energies. Okay, the thing is that they are a little bit more slow moving than the other ones. Okay, so this person is perhaps they're a little bit slow to act and slow to do things, but they really do have a gift and they have something to offer up and to share with the world. All right, it's just that they kind of put themselves out. They kind of hold back, not knowing how to share it or how to use it. Okay, so here we go. Let's play a little bit more out on this. Oh, Ace of Cups. So again, aces are timeline shift opportunities. Always, that just stuck with me always when it came to my learning of the tarot. So this has to do with love. This has to do with emotions. This has to do with experiencing new levels of joy. Okay, it is time for you to be able to make a timeline shift. Okay, the Page of Pentacles with this guy saying that so he's going to learn how to bring what it is that he has to the table for people to see and to experience. Let's play down one more card though, a little bit more. Dennis. You had to go. Yeah, we were doing so good, Dennis. We were doing so good. We got the Three of Swords for you. Okay. So this is a timeline shift opportunity. I'm going to say, quite honestly, to for healing. For truly healing, finally healing. The wounds that are in your heart, the things that have been said to you that cut you so deeply. And, the swords that need to come out in order to be healed. Okay, you are on that road. Like you are coming into alignment with that, and you are And you have luck on your side to do that. Okay. So even though you may be a little slower to get on the ball about things and to get yourself to places, like it's happening for you and you're following your heart, and your heart is going to finally have the opportunity to heal and come through that. Okay. So hopefully you enjoyed that, Dennis. You're only as old as you feel, right? Come on now. You're like a child still. You got your childlike wonder still. Okay, so let's see. We did Dennis. Yep. Okay, hopefully that helps, Dennis. Obviously, if you need any more, you can always just reach out to me again and then schedule a reading. I'd be happy to help you. I'm enjoying the readings that I do more and more. You know, before it was a little bit harder because it was a little bit mixed because I would be nervous. I would be so nervous because I was new to doing it, but now it's getting a lot more enjoyable. Okay, so the next person we're going to is Joyce. Hello, Joyce from Washington. We're pulling some cards for you. Thanks for being here. Okay. Joyce. Okay. So, what message from Spirit does Joyce need? I trust. Yep. All right. So the first card we got is the Fool. This is the major Arcana card. So again, this is like a little marking point. Like this is where you're meant to be. Okay. And what this card is all about is it's about being at the very, very, very beginning of a new journey. This could be a spiritual journey, so to speak. I mean, sometimes it can mean that maybe you feel a little bit foolish, or like maybe you're naive or you're new to things. You don't really quite understand it, you know. But the thing about this card is that it has the full potential. It has the most potential to create something new and to learn something new about yourself. Like this is like the beginning of the whole tarot journey, and that's really what it is. When you look at the tarot deck from beginning to end, it's telling a story. You know, and you're at the beginning of your story. You're at the beginning of it, of a new story. Okay? So, and it's a good one. It's pure. It's innocent. Okay, tell us a little bit more about Joyce. Okay. We got the Three of Rods. So now this is a card of waiting. This is a card of waiting to act. You know, you can see this guy, he's looking off in the distance. He's waiting for the ships to come in so that way he can hop aboard and take that ride. He can get to his next destination. It's not time yet, but you will know when that time comes. And when that time comes, you need to seize the opportunity and take it. Okay. And that's what the rods is about making sure you take the actions. Okay. But be patient, you know, like that it's going to come. You just have to wait for a minute. You have to wait for a hot minute here. Let's see what else I have to say about it though. Okay. Oh, yay. Another court card. We got the Queen of Cups. So this is what you're turning into, I'm going to say, which is someone who is more mature emotionally, more in touch with their psychic nature, with what it means to be a woman. Like running, I just feel like being able to share the depth of who they are intimately, you know, knowing who they are themselves intimately, having that blossom for them in a new way, and just a new level of emotional intimacy with yourself and others. And you're at the, like I said, you're at the beginning of this journey, and you're going to find a way, you're going to have an opportunity to take a path that's going to lead you to becoming this new version of yourself, which is going to be the queen. It's going to be a queen of emotions. It's going to be a queen. So just remember that. Hold yourself up regally again, like I said with Joanna. I think she was the one that got it. No, not Joanna. Someone else had that card. She had the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, I'm still developing my relationship with the Queen of Cups here and understanding her and feeling her out. She's intense. She's intense. Okay. But the thing is that she's got these lightning bolts coming off of her head, pouring down. So it just really says that, like, crown chakra opening, you know, which would make sense considering it's the beginning of some spiritual part of your life path. So yeah, and your third eye opening. Like it says, crown chakra opening, third eye opening, heart chakra open and clear. Like all these things are really, really good. That's what it's drawing attention to for me. So hopefully that helps. You're on your way. Just wait for that opportunity to come and take it. Take the actions. Okay? Maybe it's joining a class or something like that. I don't know. I help you do that. You could always come and hang out at the Blue Flame Collective. I know that. That's where I hang out all the time. That's where I learn all my cool stuff about the body, chakras and meridians and everything. So if you're looking for something like that, hopefully Miss Liz will hear me out and put that link in the comment. You can come join us at the Blue Flame Collective. Okay, so who are we going to next? Ah, Jeremy. It's time for you. It's your turn. All right. Jeremy. Get this good. I can see you. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. I can do that for a second. Yep. Okay, the first card we got is the Ten of Pentacles. You know, just a side note real quick before I really get into this reading. I just want to say that there was one thing I forgot to mention earlier about the liver. And because I'm feeling some energy around here right now. And, you know, one of the things when I'm doing clearings on myself, you know, and I tell my guys, you know, let's close down remove any cords or attachments that are going into negative realms or negative realities, things of that nature. And whenever I tell them to do that and to close that down, I always feel the popping, and it pops off right here at in the liver area, right here in the back. So I just think that's interesting. I feel like there's it's like the doorway is there. I'm pretty sure I learned that in one of the classes that it's a doorway right there behind it. Smack it. Hello, liver. So anyway, I don't know if that is important for you, Jeremy, right now, but that just came up. So they stopped me and that came up. So your first card, Jeremy, is the Ten of Pentacles. Like I said, now this is all about, again, this is about closure and an ending of something, you know, a resolution of something coming to fruition, you know, like if we remember back with the Seven of Pentacles, that guy was waiting for the crops to come into harvest. Okay. Well, the crops have come into harvest. Okay. And now it's a stable, secure, solid foundation. It's home life. It's, you know, enjoying the luxuries of home and being stable in that. Okay. Let's see what else they have to say about this, though. Tell us about this more. Well, wouldn't you know it? Look who popped up. Okay, so Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so in the home, there have been more seeds that have recently been planted in regards to your foundation and your grounding and what it is that you want to cultivate and bring into your life. Okay, this could be financially because, you know, like pentacles can represent money and stuff like that. So maybe you're waiting, maybe you're even working from home. It could be, you know, like, and you're waiting for these crops to ripen and come in. Okay, let's see. One more card. Okay. We got appearance of the Lovers card again. So this is really good. This is harmony. This is union. This is intimacy. This is this could be a relationship outside of yourself. This could be an inner union with your own self too. A new level of peace and romance and feeling fulfilled, feeling seen, feeling loved. So whatever's going on in your own life in that regard, in that area, like be patient. Okay, like the seeds that have been planted are going to come to harvest, and it's going to bring you the rewards of a joyous and happy union that is harmony, that is harmonious. Okay. Yes. Hopefully that helps you. It's a little simple reading right there. Okay, I guess I'm going to scroll down real quick and see if anyone's been saying anything. I'm sure you have. Okay. Oh, I'm glad I could help you, Queen Victor. Okay, so. Oh, Brighton's here. Nice to see you. All right. Okay, so so I'm gonna go ahead and it was nice having you here, MT Fulham. Thank you for being here. I'm glad we got to get to one of your readings. Oh, I'm glad that was right on for you, Jeremy. I could feel it. Like for me, some people I can really feel their energy when they're connecting with me during the polls. I could feel yours. So hello, Low Tech Revolution. Oh, it was nice meeting you at the Starseed Adventure Conference too. I'm so glad you could be here. We're just pulling some cards. All right. So I'm going to scroll back up real quick and get the other people that I'm going to be reading for. So we did Jeremy, we did Dennis, we did Joyce, we did Barry, we did Brian, Becky. How about you next? That's right. We're going to do Becky now. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for being patient. Okay. Becky. Okay, here we go. Becky. Nice. All right, Becky. Your first card is the Magician. So the Magician is the major arcana card that is immediately after the Fool card. So this person is someone who they've started their spiritual journey, okay, and now they have their tools, okay. So they might have taken classes or learned a few things, did some research on their own, been drawn to stuff, and now they have some tools that are in front of them that are ready to be used, okay. And that's really the place that you're at right now with that, is that you're learning how to pick up those tools and how they work for you personally. Okay. You can create things. This is someone who is, a creator of some sort. And so what is it that you're going to create? Let's see. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, Becky. Okay, another major arcana card. So yeah, you're on point. You are exactly doing what you're supposed to be doing right now. The Star card is about fulfilling destiny. Okay, it's about slow changes, but the changes are permanent and they're good. And it's like a softer energy. I just feel like and think of starlight. You know what I'm saying? Like it comes from so far away, and it takes a while, but it gets here. It gets here. So whatever journey it is you're traveling on, okay, like you're gonna get there. You are divinely guided. Like they are with you. There are guides with you, and they are really making sure that you are ending up where you need to end up, and being where you need to be, and walking the path with you. Okay. The peacock always makes me think of Krishna. Okay, so maybe you might want to tap into his energies a little bit, because yeah, he's ruled by his bird is the peacock. So that's just what I'm getting inspired to say. Okay, so let's pull out one more card though. Magician, the Star. What else? Okay, Three of Cups. So this could be a gathering. Okay, it could be something that it's a celebrating. It's a gathering. It's coming together. It could be like sometimes it can represent weddings. It can represent like different types of events where people are getting together and enjoying themselves and just enjoying life. For me, this kind of speaks to saying like a ritual to me. Like it could be like ceremony, okay, of like you participating in ceremonies with a group circle, maybe like even maybe it's even just women, or just something, a group that's coming together to do something spiritual, and it's been divinely guided. It's been slowly coming into your life. Your path has been walking towards that, but that's the path you're going towards. And considering you got the Magician as the first card, I would say that you're going to be participating in this. You're going to be the one using your tools to help fulfill the ceremony, to conduct it, so to speak. Okay, so yeah, I would say look out for good things, because these are positive cards. These are really good. And if you've been looking for a sign on whether or not you should go forward with something, like this is your answer. The answer is yes. Yes, you should. Okay, like you have everything you need. You have everything you need. You just need to figure out how to use it. Okay, and then you can celebrate. So hopefully that helps. Enjoyed that one. Always love seeing the star card. That's probably one of my favorites. It's probably my most favorite. Is the star card, quite honestly. Okay, so who is next? We had Becky. There we go. Chris. Chris! Hello, Chris. Nice to see you here. Me and Chris met last year at the SSP conference. He's a good friend of Tony's, Tony Rodriguez. So always a pleasure. Chris. Oh, that one, that flopped me for a second there. I was like, blah, blah, blah. Okay, one more shuffle and then we're pulling. Chris. Oh, I can feel your energy now. I can feel it. Connected. I can see you smiling too. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Right, Chris. All right, we got the Eight of Cups. Okay. So this is a card of feeling like there's something lacking in your life. Okay, the Eight of Cups, the cups are about love. Okay, emotions, emotional relationships, romance, things of that nature. Things that you might like. I get the impression he's feeling sorrowful about something. Okay, he's kind of looking off into this, like with his head down. He's turned his back on these cups, and I think it's because they give the illusion that something is missing. Okay, but when you count all the number of cups on the card, you see that actually there isn't any cups missing. So what you think that you are missing, you actually aren't missing. So you're really just focusing on something that you already have. Like you're focusing on like the idea that you don't have this thing that you do. Okay, it's with you. You have it. Okay. So let's keep going though. Chris. Okay. This is a timeline shift opportunity. I think we've gotten every single ace here today, haven't we? So this is a beautiful card to get. This has to do with communicating. This has to do with how you swing your sword in the world, so to speak. This is how you present yourself, how you relate to other people. Like you're going to be able to do this in a new way. Like you're learning a new way of completely, I don't want to just keep saying communicating, but that's really what it is. You're learning a completely new way of communicating, and this is going to shift your timeline. This is going to put you more in alignment with what you're here for, what you stand for. Okay. And I guess maybe it's this feeling of lack possibly that is the driving force behind it. You know, wanting you to find a way for change. You want change. Not necessarily that you needed change, but like you were probably surviving fine without the change before, but still the change is coming, and it would benefit your life, I'd say, because the two roses next to it is what's saying that to me. Okay, the white roses, the two people coming together here, even like the inner parts of yourself coming together and working together. All right, but let's lay another card down before I keep rambling about that one. All right, so Chris. Okay, we got the Three of Cups. All right, so we just saw this card. This is a card about, it's the party card, man. It's the party card. So honestly, we could look at that Eight of Cups as someone who is traveling. This is you thinking about traveling, even maybe like a timeline shift to go to this thing to hang out with your friends, to do something as a group. You know, it could even be a wedding. Like I don't know if you got something coming up, but or maybe it's almost even like you have planned to go do this thing, to go celebrate, to go gather together for some social thing, and maybe you're not really looking forward to it as much as you once were, you know. And just trying to think of how that swords right there would fit in, trying to feel into it, because really the emotions from the Eight of Cups really just says to me like you feel like something isn't there, or you're not really looking forward to wherever it is that you have to go or that you're headed, you know. And some timeline, some opportunity here, this new way of doing things, this new way of approaching someone. Okay. Sorry for a second, guys. I'm just like, you know, if you've been around for a while, you know, I'm having a hot flash, so it takes a minute. It kind of throws me off a little bit too in my mind for a minute because it's like rushes through me. Okay, so yeah, ultimately these cards just say to me like, this is going to be a positive thing. The Three of Cups, whatever it is that you're actually going to do is going to be a positive thing. So try to keep your outlook positive on that. Try to talk to yourself in a positive way about it, about everything. All right? And if you want, you can come get a reading with me sometime, Chris. Okay? Hopefully that helped. We're going on to the next person. Oh, man. That one was a little tricky for me, quite honestly. I'm like, because, you know, I know some of Chris's stuff, so because I talk with a bunch of you guys here, so I'm like trying to like make sense of it, and I'm thinking like, does this have to do with something that he has planned for himself, like next week? I think there was some of the trip that you're trying to go on. Maybe you're not really wanting to go on it, or you're like, it's up in the air if you're going to be able to go to it. For me, that says that you're going to be able to, that it's going to be fine. So if there were any questions of that, like, I would say that it's a yes. It's going to be good. Okay, so the next person we're going to go to, and thank you guys for hanging out with me here this long. I know this has been going on a little bit longer than I usually do, but that's because we're doing readings. We might have gotten to almost everyone now. All right, I think we got Queen Victor. I just want to see how many people we have left. Queen Victor, Fifi Jules, Thesis, and Brayden. Oh boy, okay, there we go. And Brayden. Okay, yep, I think that's it. Okay, so bye, Barry. Okay, so all right. Just bear with me here for a second. Okay, here we go. Thank you for just being patient with me. Okay, Queen Victor, we're going to do yours next, and then Fifi Jules, and then Thesis, and then we're done. All right, we're closing it out after that. That's it. I'm putting my my hand down there because we have been here for quite a while. This will be my longest stream. Yeah, I'm doing it. Even if I had to do just tarot readings the whole time, I don't care. I'll be like, yeah, I did a long stream. All right, so Queen of Scotland, it's your turn. I'm gonna call you because that's just so cool to me. I really wish you could send me pictures. You should send me some pictures of it, of where you live at and stuff, to my email. I would love to see it. Okay, connecting in. Yep, there we go. I'm connected. Okay. That's connected. Oh, we got the Sun card. Success. Good things abound. The light is being shined right upon you. Again, this is a major arcana card. So this is the divine timing. This is meant to be. You're like a little checkpoint, like, okay, so something new is coming into your awareness. It's bringing you much happiness. Like maybe something that you've been working at is finally starting to feel like it's being successful, and you finally overcome the obstacle that maybe has taken a little while to get to. Like the sun, like you have to wait for the sun to rise. Well, the sun has risen. It has risen on you. And so something that was once in the darkness is now being made light. Okay, let's see some more. Let's get a little bit more information on this. A little bit more information. We got the moon. Okay. So the moon here, in regards to this, it's funny because I was actually feeling like when I was looking at the sun or whatever, and I was tapping into your energy, and I'm thinking like even weather-wise, I feel like this has something to do with things to like clearing up and getting better for you. Okay, getting better, like the sun's coming out for longer periods of time. But now now skip all that now. Okay, come back to what I was saying about being success, something light being shined in your life on something that you were unaware of. Okay, now emotionally though, it's going to give you some creativity. Okay, it's going to be inspiring. All right, the moon is reflects the sun. Okay, so whatever this thing that has been shining, whatever the sun has been shining its light on for you now that is in your awareness, okay, you're going to be able to reflect it back creatively. All right, the balance, the thing about the moon is making sure to balance though, because it can make things a little bit extreme. You know, you could go like, let's say like you work all day, like for hours and hours, just nonstop one day, and then, you know, nothing for a couple days or something like that. Like that's kind of like an extreme, you know, like learn to balance that. Your emotions could be increased here. They could be intensified because of the moon's energy. But again, this is, for me, I'm just feeling like your creativity is being sparked. Whatever it is that is being, whatever it is that they're making you aware of is what you're going to use to inspire yourself creatively. Let's see, one more card though. Okay. And then you're going to take that, you got the 10 of rods, you're going to take that stuff, you're going to take your gifts, you're going to take the things that you've created, and you're going to move on. You're going to take them, you're going to go somewhere with it. I like if you were an artist, I would say this would mean that, you know, you're going to go take your artwork somewhere and you're going to sell it. You're going to try to sell it. You know, this could be, no, something even more complex. Could be having to do with relationships. You know what I'm saying? Something has now been shown to you. You know what it is. You know what you need to do, and you need to just get up and do it. Okay, with the 9, like the 10 of rods, okay, is after the 9 of rods, and with the 9 of rods, that is also like it's the person preparing to do the leaving and to pick up their belongings and pick up their goods and to leave and to take those actions, you know, but they've been wounded. Okay, so they're drawing my attention to that because it's like you could have been wounded and you needed to do the things in order to be successful, in order to cross that finish line and to go on to the next stage. All right, well, you're at that point. You know, you figured it out. You crossed the finish line, and it's time to pack up. And it might take a while, even after you do take that stuff and take it with you. It might take a while to unpack all of that later on. Okay, to really go through all of it. All right, because he's holding a lot of rods, so that's a lot of things that tells me it needs to be sifted through. You know, so could even be that you're moving, so they could definitely speak onto that. Yeah, that's really what I'm getting for that. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that can work for you. You can figure out how that works for you and what you're dealing with in your life right now. Thank you for being here. I'm staying awake because I know it's getting late there, right? Okay. Let me just see what you said. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. You can do it. Yes, Michelle, you can get one. I said my cutoff was on the second person I have after this, but I'll throw you in there. Don't even worry about it. Today's the day. I decided, you know what? I'm just going to make sure I do one of my lives. We're just going to do tarot readings for all the people who join me. And that way it gives me some practice too. You know, because you can always learn your cards better. You know, the ones that I honestly struggle with the most is the court cards. Like, I finally do feel like I'm getting a better feeling for them, but there are some of them I'm just like, oh, man, what do you mean, guy? Oh, what do you mean? But then that's why I pull the other cards around it, because that usually helps me. Like, they can play off of each other. Okay, so thank you. And let's see, who was next again? I think there was one other person in Thesis. Fifi Jules. That's right. Oh, wait, and Brayden. Oh, my bad. Okay, so yeah, Brayden and Fifi Jules. Brayden was the last one, right? Yeah, the last one I had listed. But now it's going to be Michelle. Okay, so Michelle, and then we're done. Okay. So Fifi Jules. Hopefully you're still out there somewhere. I don't know if I've seen if you're here or not anymore. I think I only seen you right up there a little bit. Let me know if you're still here, Fifi. Okay. Yeah, not a problem, Michelle. Not a problem. You know, I'm going to do Braden's first since I don't see Fifi writing. But if you are there, you're more than welcome to pop back up and let me know if you still would like a reading. Okay? So Braden and Michelle, that's who we're doing. All right, Braden. Yep. Okay. Yep. Connected. Connected. All right, we are connected. I hear my daughter tapping on the window over there. Soon, darling. Okay, Braden. Braden. All right, what is the message for Braden? Okay, we got the Ace of Rods. Okay, so again, as I've mentioned earlier in the stream, this is about timeline shift opportunity. This is about new ways of acting, new actions that you can take, new passions, okay, new things that make you want to get up and go get it and go get that, you know. Let's see what it has to do about that. Okay, so Seven of Swords. Okay, so for this new way of acting and being, the actions that you need to take, it's showing us that the Seven of Swords is someone who really needs to be strategic with how they want to use their words and what they want to bring to the table. Okay, sometimes it can mean, you know, needing to be a little bit manipulative even in order to accomplish the thing that you're trying to accomplish. This is someone who, for me, it says it's someone taking all these like they have cultivated a bunch of different thoughts and maybe arguments or whatnot, and so now they've gathered up the ones that they need, okay, and they're going to bring those ones, but they're not necessarily going to share all of the ideas that they have some of them that they're leaving behind. Okay, let's see how this is going to turn out though. Braden. Okay, so you got the King of Cups. Okay, so this is someone, this is a man who is in touch with his emotions. I get the feeling he just has a very, it's like open heart chakra, but at the same time, like he doesn't share his emotions with everyone. He's stable with it, but he also can be a little bit isolated, like a man on an island a little bit. Okay, he's got a lot of good ideals though. He's got a lot of good ideals in his head. And you know, I see a sword there behind him too. So it's like in this particular case, like he doesn't have his sword drawn. He keeps them behind him. So he's got his feelings first though. So I feel like he uses them. You know, this is what this timeline after this new way of doing things is bringing to the table. It's bringing a way for you to be able to share yourself more emotionally, to be able to connect with people, be able to connect with and to share intimately what makes you you. And it won't be in a defensive, attacking way whatsoever. Like you've learned how to express yourself in a way where it doesn't come across as an attack. So that's a really positive thing, and that is what you are shifting into. Okay, is being able to do this. Okay, by being particular about what thoughts you choose to take with you, and which ones you choose to leave behind. Yes, I really like that feeling. I get a good feeling from that one, so I'm going to stop there. So hopefully that helps. Okay, so let's see. Yep, I see you there. Okay. So I think the only person left to do actually is Michelle. It's going to be our last one for the day. Yeah. problem. Happy to do it. Happy to do it. Okay. Michelle. Let's get a message for Michelle. So make it count. Yep, we're ready. Okay. Oop. All right. We got the Page of Cups. Okay, so this is someone who could be a younger person, or could just be someone who is new into learning how to control their emotional state and their emotions. Okay, someone who's learning about how to control them. There's someone who's still, it could be someone who, for some reason, the tarot sign of Pisces is coming up. It always makes me think of Pisces when I see the fish coming out of that cup there. So it's someone who doesn't even necessarily know what is in that emotion, that cup of emotions, until they take a little look in it, and then it'll pop right back out into their face. Okay, so this is someone who, yes, needs to take a look, even in order to know what even it is that they are feeling. All right, but they're someone who's also learning about their gifts. They're learning the emotions, the water signs. They also make me think of psychic intuition. Okay, because water signs are usually very intuitive. So this is someone who's coming in to learn about their intuitive abilities and what it is that they have inside of them to offer. Let's keep going though. Let's pull up a couple more. So tell us more about this page. Wow. Okay, so something is the sun is shining a light on something. It is shining a bright light on something that you were not aware of before, but now you are. Okay, and you can't unsee it. And it's like if you were studying something, let's say, it would mean that you're finally going to get it. It's finally going to make sense to you. The light of your consciousness. It's just gonna be shown on it. Let's keep pulling though. I'm gonna pull one more so you can see the full picture. Again, a major arcana card. So this is exactly where you're meant to be. It's exactly what you're meant to be doing. I'm helping you out with it, but let's get one more card on this. Tell us more about this. Okay. We got the King of Pentacles. Okay. So the King of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. So it could be that, well, let's first talk about the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is someone who is stable and secure, and as far as physical aspects around them go, they're not uncomfortable. They aren't in need or in want of things. They have the finances and whatnot. It's also someone who, again, the pentacles are cards that are more slow moving. They're more slow to do things. This isn't someone who wants to go out of his way to do something. This is someone who wants you to come to them, to ask them for help that you need. They like to do that. That's the thing. They like to help out. Okay, they like to be able to. They like to be comfortable when it comes to finances, maybe even a little bit controlling of it, because I see, like, again, it always makes me think of Taurus with the bull in the back there. They're a little bit stubborn, but the light is being shown upon this person. I'm just trying to put together the feeling of all three of these mixed together. I'm sorry, give me a second here. Just trying to see how these two work together here. So I have to say, this one has got me a little bit froze up. So this could be about this person possibly maturing into the King of Pentacles. Maybe they're being shown the way of how to do that, how to become this thing from the place that where they were more emotional before. Maybe they didn't even understand their own emotions. They didn't know what they were even were, you know. Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna have to say, you know what, Michelle, I think I don't know how to really blend these guys together. I really hope that somehow this makes sense to you, you know. Oh, hello, Matthew, nice to see you. Yeah, I'm really stumped on this one. You know what? Hopefully that makes sense. You know what? Hopefully the descriptions of each one of the cards, somehow you can find a way that makes sense in your life. Because basically, maybe I went a little too far on how many people I was going to read here for today. I told myself if I was going to start feeling burnt out, I would stop, right? You know, but I wanted to do it for you. So, I hope I'm on it. I don't know. I'm feeling this last one's got me throwing me for a loop. So I'm going to go with that. You know what? Yeah, that's what I got. If you want a deeper reading than that, you absolutely can come to me for a reading. Hold on one second. Let me just read what you wrote here. They don't all have to represent you. They could represent someone else, but they also can represent you. They also can be the energies that are inside of you. Okay. So, but I just get the feeling that it's like, I don't. That's the thing. I'm just getting a really, really crazy confused feeling about how these two characters play together right now. Like, I don't feel like they are the same character or the same person. Okay. So I don't know what this sun is going to show you through the page of cups here. Okay. But you know what? If you come back next time, I will pull for you when I'm more fresh than this, and then I'll know when I can. I'll pay attention to my limits next time. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Michelle. And here you were like, you know, I'm like, can you please do one more reading? And I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, I don't know what is this. It's the first time that's ever happened to me. I don't know what's going on there. I'm just gonna pull one more card for you just because that stumped me so bad. I hope you don't mind. I just want to pull one, not three, just one. I'm just gonna pull one more. I'm gonna be like, you know, guys, like, could you just be clear on what it is, the message that you want to say? Wow, no, they're not even letting me shuffle. Look at that. Oh my god, let me try one more time. There we go. I'm just gonna pull one more card for you, just one, just because that threw me off so bad. Okay, and then we're done. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pulling one more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, resonating with the other readings, the readings for other people is it's a real thing. So pay attention if something stands out to you. Like, that's what I do a lot of times when I'm in other live streams where they're doing readings, you know. I just sit there and I play in the chat group until like something catches my ear, and then I pay attention when that thing, particularly for me, I like, you can tell the difference, you know. So here we go. One more time for Michelle. All right, come on, guys. All right, Michelle. Tell us what she needs to know. Tell us in a clear card, please. Okay, strength. We got strength. Okay, so this is a card of being tested. This is a card of being taken to your breaking point, like pushing to that limit, you know, but not breaking. Okay, like, it's going to take everything you have to overcome and do what it is that you need to do. But you have it in you to do. So if there's something that you're trying to do that you feel like, I don't know if I could do this or not, I don't know how I'm going to survive this, you know, maybe it could break me, maybe I won't be able to handle it. Like, this card is saying yes, you can. You can. You'll pass the test. And the fact that we got this card, when I think about your other reading, like the Sun card is saying to me, like, again, if you were worried that you weren't going to be successful on something, like, don't worry about that, because you will be. You will be successful. Like, it will be okay. The Sun is there to guide you. Okay, so that's it, though. That's it. That's all I got to me for today. Oh gosh. Okay. If there's any more questions that anything that people have, any more questions or comments, now is the time. Was that better? Yes, I hope so. I felt better about that one. Yeah, like I'm telling you, I don't know, I owned up to it, guys, that the court cards are the ones that I'm still the most. So when they roll in, I'm like, oh god, I got a couple of them down, but then there's like a couple other ones that I'm just like, I don't know. I kind of know. I know like a few phrases, and then yeah. So yeah. Oh wow, thanks, Brian. No problem. Thank you guys for being here. And like I said, if you guys are looking for a larger spread that I do, I get into a lot more details. It's called an energetic snapshot that I do, and we lay out a whole bunch of them. I think it's like close to 20 cards or so. And we get into like what's recently been going on, what's about to go on, what's some hidden influences, what's blocking you, okay, like where you've just come from, okay, and all that fun stuff. So definitely reach out to me if you would like a reading like that. You can reach me at auroradiamondheart@gmail. Thank you. Yes, Miss Liz, you got it. Oh, that makes me feel better, actually, Matthew. Thank you for saying that. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, these people, the people I look up to with the tarot readers, I'm like, they just know what they're doing. And I'm like, still like, sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, smooth sailing. Okay, we've been here quite a long time, though. So definitely check out the beginning of my live stream if you missed it. I said some cool stuff there with the liver cleanse and the other stuff we were talking about, guys. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I'm about to end the live stream. My daughter is probably waiting for me at this point, and I'm a little burnt out. I can feel my energy like it's like depleted now. So it was lovely seeing you all. Take care. If there's any, I'm pausing for a second to see if any messages come through before I leave, because I know there's a delay. So if there's anything else you want to say, now is the time to say it. Bye. Mwah. I'll see you guys later then. Have a great day.